Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. It's a little nippy here in the UK. Cheers to all you love bugs who are as snug as a bug in a rug. Quick reading. Let's have a look at the ancient Italian tarot. Okay, what's on the cards? I can see like a gold shimmering on top of my coffee. The Nine of Pentacles, the Divine Feminine's energy, and that gold shimmering. It's like she's a star. The Nine of Pentacles, the Divine Feminine's energy, independence, confidence, balance. The Star. Eight of Pentacles. I felt the energy of taking a step back, observing your creation, because this is about working on your craft. And we have the most happiest and positive card in the deck. I feel this is like a masculine's energy, just taking a step back, observing but absorbing this wish fulfillment, because that's the card of working diligently on a project, mastering. So the 8 to the 9, then to the 10. I'm taken to like a royal flush. The 10 of Pentacles is your legacy. Okay, bottom of the deck, the High Priestess. She's a superstar. She's connected to the stars. Oh, it's not the High Priestess. It's the Empress. Oh, the Divine Feminine has been crowned the Empress. I'm dreaming of rescuing you, but the Q is underscored, not underlined, underscored. Okay, this is the energy of I'm dreaming of rescuing you, but the one who's being rescued is the one who thinks they're doing the rescuing. But that Q is for like you. I'm dreaming of rescuing you, and it's like well, when you've been given your cue, it's go time. I'm not sure if it's a flick that switches. There's a sign when it's time. And the sign may be disclosed within a dream. I'm dreaming of rescuing you. Okay. So we've got day and night here. There's no moon energy, so that will be if you can't see the moon, it's the new moon energy. Within the last week. That's about hidden secrets, the moon energy. Excuse me. All of a sudden I've become quite croaky. It says the bear is out of hibernation, not wanting to hide anymore. So that energy would be like the full moon energy, or of an eclipse. But you make me happy, you make me laugh. That's good energy. It's bringing the bear out of hibernation. A prisoner, it was in reverse. A prisoner of war. Okay, yeah, I can abracadabra. The energy that was coming through this morning regarding the feeling of if your partner was at war and there was no way that you could really make contact with them, unless like there was available time, and to be able to see them would be for short periods of time before they had to go back at war, to war. I felt the energy of returning from war. However long that battle has been going on for. There's a sign in the clouds, look. Can you see the cloud that looks like it's pointing? I felt then as if she was pointing. And then what's the Empress pointing at? I'm taken to the card underneath, which I believe is the Magician's energy. I might be wrong. I could just see number 1. Say I'm your number 1 magician. That's an 80s song, I'm sure it is. Say I'm your number 1. It's by Princess. Say I'm your number 1. When was this out? 1985. Say I'm your number 1. I only want to be close to you. Say, say, say. Say I'm your number 1. You're number 1. You're number 1. 'Cause you know I'll be good to you. Say, say, say. Say I'm your number 1, won't you? Then say I'm crazy. They say that I'm a fool, and I feel so helpless, because love can be so cruel. But I'm just waiting and burning up inside. Come tomorrow, will you still be mine? Say I'm your number 1, you're number 1, you're number 1. In only, I only want to be close to you. Say I'm your number 1, you're number 1, you're number 1, 'cause you know I'll be good to you. Say it, say it. I don't know where that come from, because it doesn't say that. Okay, bottom of the deck. Introducing the host and the hostess. So that's the introduction of the masculine and the feminine. So we know what needs to be said. There's a bit of a whistling coming through my speech then. Okay. The Channel of Love cards. Okay, let's keep an eye on the time because I don't have long. Because of dinner time. Mr. Casanova. I don't have long. before it's dinner time. Live in the Tao, that comes in with the bell, is out of hibernation. Live in the Tao is a Hermes energy. Little Miss Needy. Feeling as if you have a purpose, a place and a purpose, as if you're needed. And then Master Manifestor, which is that Magician energy. You have number 3, which is the Empress. Who can make this happen is the Magician, the Masculine's energy. And in between is the 2 of you. Oh, my hair got caught in the middle of the pack. One more card. Divine Intervention, the Tower. Okay. We'll go to these cards. Crying over spilt milk is in reverse. Light at the end of the tunnel. Open up to love. Take that leap of faith. Another chance. Smug and egotistical. Balance giving and receiving. And the love of a lifetime. Inner conflict is the underlying energy here. Okay, let's go to the Heal Yourself reading cards then. We'll see what they want to say regarding this. Inner conflict about speaking your truth. Okay. A hole in the soul. Card number 36. Your childhood wounds are creating a hole in the soul. One way your childhood wounds disrupt an extraordinary life is through low-grade depression experienced as a perpetual empty feeling. If as a child you tried to make everything all right by picking up the pieces of your family dramas, then you adopted a false self. When you lose your authentic self, you disconnect from your true feelings, needs and desires. Instead, you wear a mask to make others feel more comfortable. Being detached leads to profound loneliness and isolation, as you are always mourning your true self. This card encourages you to discover your true self through learning about your childhood and mourning the abandonment and neglect you felt. Action. Find a safe place. Use coloured pencils to draw several masks. Each mask needs to represent an aspect of your false self, such as a good girl, boy, saviour, slave, rebel, victim, overachiever, etc. Take time to write or draw the qualities you feel each false self contains. Turn on some powerful music, put on a mask and move in a way you feel the mask requires for you to express yourself and feel the feelings you may have suppressed. Once you have completed the dance, take off the physical mask and burn it. Then imagine energetically taking off the false mask you wear in front of various people. Give yourself permission to be your real self. Imagine a person in front of you who you feel doesn't accept you. Say, I am going to betray you now and recover my true self. Now imagine this person saying to you, I understand you, and encourage you to become the person you were meant to be. That's powerful. Let's finish with a message from Rumi. I think that's all that's needed, because introducing, okay, I can see a few cards now, introducing the host and the hostess. The other card I could see was you make me happy, you make me laugh, and we'll have a look at the one underneath. Do you fancy a drink? Coffee? I don't mind the odd drink. Dinner. Jacket potato and rump steak, onion rings, coleslaw. Passion of the Wild Red Mother. We saw this card, was it yesterday? But it was like in reverse, so I believe, I can't remember the message that I said when it was in reverse. That's a very bright, powerful colour. The Divine Mother manifests. Oh, the right choice I've opened up to, but the other card page I saw was the Divine Mother manifests. The lover and the beloved. The courage of your love. Let's get to the right one. Passion of the Wild Red Mother. Don't ask the conscious ones about the wine. Behold the glowing effect of it in the eyes of drunks. That's interesting, because I felt there was this shimmering gold over my coffee. Drunk on coffee. A little bit of Baileys in there would be nice. Bring me your unreasonableness, your insanity, your love without reason, and your passion. The passion that makes you crazy and shoos all logical restraint from your mind. Leave your ordered thoughts, sensible plans, and appropriate attire at my door. Put on your animal fur and sing to me in gibberish. When my beautiful goats die, I make drums from their skins, and their spirits live on in my passionate play. When my birds drop their feathers, I gather them and put them in my hair. Come drum with me as I place feathers in your hair, and we honour the spirits of my animals, of your animal nature too, wild and free as you are in truth. Stick your tongue out and growl at those who try to tame you with guilt, shame and fear. Do you think I give a damn for any of their silly games? Those games of reason and logic. Of course you should do it this way, they say. It makes sense. But I care not for what makes sense. I care for what brings you alive. You, O blazing angel, are being invited by the wild red mother to participate in a dance of divine passion. You may be an activist, a poet, an advocate for justice, or a writer, content in your own world of dreams, or perhaps you are a healer, devoted to the liberation of the suffering of others and hungry to commune with ancient wisdom. Perhaps you are all of these, or some other exquisite amalgam of holy energy in form. Whatever your nature, there is passion in your heart, a fire for something more powerful than fear, that can become the fuel for your life journey, if you accept the invitation of the wild red mother, of course. This is the invitation to lay aside despair, to lay aside doubt in the capacity of the human heart, even your frustration and impatience. It is time to quit whipping yourself and others, no matter how noble the intention behind the whip may be, and start dancing instead. Will you join her, the wild red mother, in her exuberant play? You can choose to lead through joy, to heal through love, to transform suffering into what it is meant to be, the crucible through which ecstasy reveals itself. You do not have to analyse, to stay in the throes of process and ordered stages. You can just choose this passionate path now, if you wish. You are ready. It is open to you. Will you accept? Well, seeing as the star cards on the table, I say that you have made that wish. It takes a great spirit, one with great practice of studied rebellion, to be ready to cast off the shackles of society from a place of loving defiance rather than fearful anger, and to playfully say to the world, I have tasted your stale bread and underdeveloped wine, and have had quite enough now. I decline your offer to gorge upon such lesser fruits. I prefer to feast upon bread, hot and fresh, and wine that is mouth-filling and unctuous. Join me if you like. It is an abundant feast, and there is plenty for all. Even in the spiritually minded, there can be a driving fear, thinly veiled as devotion to the most arduous path. Perhaps for a while that serves as a truth of sorts, but eventually there will come a time when smaller truths must give way to larger ones, so the soul can truly be free to grow. Passion is the bridge that leads you from a smaller truth that suffering is necessary in order to heal, towards a larger goal, towards a larger and more luscious experience of life as a divine embrace. Yes, sometimes the divine lover I was just making sure we hadn't skipped a page, but we're on the correct page. Passion, let's just stop for a moment. Stop and pause. Okay. Looks like there are fireworks going on. Passion is the bridge that leads you from the smaller truth that suffering is necessary in order to heal, towards a larger and more luscious experience of life as a divine embrace. Yes, sometimes the divine lover, in all enthusiasm for the sport, bites you too hard or grabs you with so much desire that a bruise remains. However, the passion behind such fervent embrace can leave you begging for more life, for more of that boundless love, even when it knocks you on the head whilst grabbing for you. This is possible when you give up judgment of what is good and what is bad, on what is apparently spiritual and what is not, and when you just realise everything in your life is leading to love. Whether I'm just taking a pause, a moment, to compose myself. I want to giggle. My soul just wants to giggle and laugh. Okay. Whether through caress or a slap, the divine lover is seducing you. If you can accept this, you can certainly give yourself permission to love what you love, to live how you wish to live, and to forget about holding yourself back because some choices make sense and others supposedly do not. If you are able to rise to the passion that is possible for you, you'll let the wild rod if you are able if you're able to rise to the passion that is possible for you, you'll let the wild red mother consume your philosophies and doctrines. She'll feast on your religion and your plans and devour your doubts and certainties. She'll tear away your need for maps and directions, and just when you think there's nothing left, she'll grab your hands and spin with you. You'll tilt back your head and laugh so wildly with her, spinning together along with the earth upon her axis. With a daring and bold love for life that will not be quashed, that wild mother speaks to you now. Can you choose passion over fear, time and time again? So I invite you, it says you can choose. You can choose passion over fear, time and time again. So I invite you to paint the whole world red with me, with passionate nature. Let us laugh and change the world. This oracle comes to you with a message. It is a big cosmic yes. It is also an invitation to let go of struggling, to let go of suffering and struggle, not with regret or shame, but with gentle acknowledgement that it has had its purpose. It now has a bigger purpose, that of passion, which calls you to engage in the embrace of life with more abandon than ever before. Now is the time to let go of belief systems and needing to know anything. It is time to trust in the beating of your own heart and in the people, places and experiences that truly move you, whether it makes sense or appears to be logical or not. The wild red mother comes to you when you are ready for her at a soul level. Your mind may think she is a thief in the night, ready to pilfer all you hold near and dear, and be utterly in terror at the prospect, but your soul will be gurgling with such anticipation of freedom, it will fill your heart with sweet love and urge you to let go. Let her have her way with you, even if it means she crashes into you in the dark as she fumbles and drags you, half asleep, to go out dancing with her under the full moon, wearing nothing but your animal skin and a smile. She'll soothe any bumps and bruises you receive in opening up to life with the most tender and effective of ministrations, for she is just as tender a nurse as she is a wild, raging dance partner. This oracle also brings you guidance. You have divine permission to do something ridiculous, be it ridiculous in your own mind for your age or career path, or some identity or version of yourself you or another hold. The more ridiculous or inappropriate it seems, the more it moves you from your heart without rhyme or reason, the better. This is not about hurting people or behaving without moral code. It is not about childish indulgence and questionable justification for letting the ego misbehave. It is not about the ego at all. The wild red mother eats ego for breakfast. This guidance is about listening to the truth of your heart and allowing your soul to throb with aliveness, making that more important than any restriction, opinion, judgment, or fear the mind, yours or that of others, could summon. This guidance is about listening to the truth of your heart and allowing your soul to throb with aliveness. Cheers to that. I will speak to you soon. Take care, much love. Bye for now.